Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Baha Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who teach and rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this gospel amongst the four winds with truth and sincerity. The USA Shalom. All right, this is your brother Parathon. Open up with 2 Peter 2. This truth is a gift, man. This truth is priceless and precious, right? Something to be valued. And the only ones that understand the true value is you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Seminole, West Indians, and Haitians of that legendary bloodline. All right, God's chosen people that the Bible speaks of. All right, so I'm gonna open up with 2 Peter 2, right? And 20. We can start at verse 19. Let's give it some context. So it says, while they promise them liberty, they themselves are servants of corruption. For of whom a man is overcome, the same is he brought in bondage. This is talking about false prophets. Let's scroll up. But there were false prophets also among the people. Oh, man. Let me see. Yeah, 2 Peter 2 and 11. Let's give it some context. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm glad right? So let's start at verse 11 in the NLT. It says, but the angels who are far greater in power and strength do not dare to bring from the Lord a charge of blasphemy against those supernatural beings. But these false teachers are like these false teachers are like unthinking animals, natural brute beasts, creatures of instinct, right? Made to be taken and destroyed, born to be caught and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, right? And like animals, they will be destroyed. They shall perish. They shall utterly perish in their own corruptions. These are not literal animals. These are people who have no fucking common sense. Natural brute beasts. And the NLT, it refers to them as teachers. Right? 2/3 of our people have adopted the customs of Esau. Therefore, this falls right on you as well, man. Can't nobody teach the doctrine like Jake can. Wicked or righteous. We have become the greatest at everything. Right? Let's continue going. I don't want to lose topic. What's it say here? Verse 13, it says, their destruction is their reward from the harm they have done. They love to indulge in the evil pleasures brought in the daylight. Yeah, their destruction is their reward for the harm they have done. Every idle word spoken of shall be held. We're going to be held accountable in the day of judgment, right? Roughly paraphrasing. Salaki, give me 1 second. All right, so let's hit this again. 2 Peter 2 and 13 in the NLT. It says, their destruction is their reward for the harm they have done. This is the wicked. 2/3 of our people, Esau, the wicked. Right? For leading our people astray. Turning them from their right. I believe that's a scripture. I'm going to grab it, Lord willing. Verse 13 again in the NLT, it says, their destruction is their reward for the harm they have done. They love to indulge in the evil pleasures they brought in broad daylight. They are a disgrace and a stain among you. It says they delight in deception, even as they eat with you in your fellowship meals. Right? Never trust thine enemy. But real quick, this is Psalms precept. This is Psalms 91 and verse 8. Psalms 90 and 7. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Right? Destruction, pestilence, disease. Right? It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Right? In the NLT, it says, just open your eyes and see how the wicked are punished. Yeah, because judgment is reserved. Salakia, wicked. The wicked is reserved for the day of judgment. These are just precepts to back it up. It's Job 21:30. It says in 29, have ye not asked them that go by the way, or do ye not know their tokens, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. And that's their reward. The reward of the wicked is destruction. Simple. Let's jump back to 2 Peter. All right, we're going to breeze through it. 2 Peter 4:2 and 14 in the NLT. It says, they commit adultery with their eyes, and their desire for sin is never satisfied. They lure unstable people into sin, and they are well trained in greed. They live under Yahweh's curse. Hold up. They have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children. So there's a cursed seed. That's what it's telling us. There is a cursed seed among us. That cursed seed is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the red man that the Bible speaks of, whom under the influence 2/3 of our people just so happen to be under. Verse 15, they have wandered off the road, Salakia, they have wandered off the right road and followed the footsteps of Balaam, son of Beor, who loved to earn money by doing wrong. So those which have, as it says in verse 15, right, in the KJV, which have forsaken the right way. The wicked doesn't know the right way. The wicked aren't familiar with the laws, statutes, and commandments. It's Psalms 147:19 and 20. It says, he showeth his word unto Jacob, and his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Who's the they? The they are the rest of the heathen nations, the cursed children, the sons of God and the sons of the wicked, right? Salakia, the sons of the wicked and the sons of men. The sons of men are the heathen nations, the supporting cast, right? The sons of the wicked are the offspring of Esau, man, right? You go back far enough, it's the same spirit as Cain. You go back far enough, it's the same serpent, right? That same man who was conniving like a serpent and beguiled Eve. It's all the same spirit. Satan, the devil, and that old serpent. Esau being the physical counterpart, his soldier on his terrestrial plane, carrying out the Lord's instructions, right? The Lord's missions on the left-hand side. Salakia, man, I got a little... but this, hey, man, curse, that's heavy. I'm going to look into that again. Let's keep rolling. So this is 2/3 of our people Those who have forsaken the right way. Because 2/3 of our people, they have forsaken the right way. Right? They hate the Lord. They love it here. Verse 16 in the KJV. But was rebuked for his iniquity, the dumbass speaking with the man's voice, forbade the madness of the prophet. Yeah, that was an account of Balaam, I mean. This verse 19. Now let's get to the point. This lesson may run over. I'll do another one. This verse 19 says, while they promise them liberty, they themselves are servants of corruption, for of whom a man is overcome, in the same is he brought in bondage. Right? So these are wicked pastors, all right, wicked teachers leading the people astray and succumbing to their own lusts, man. Right? Not having control over their own spirit. So they're not even leading themselves correctly. Damn. Verse 19 in the NLT, for you are a slave to whatever controls you. In this case, hey, they're controlled by greed, money, power. Right? They little replicas of Esau now.